Hey guys, so I've only got this. I'm just eating this. I'm just eating this because it was the rice left over from last night. Okay, so I had two platefuls last night, but I still had rice left over, so I just left it. And so ADHD group meeting is at 6 p.m. Um, I know people take note of that. But the thing is, you can't live in fear, and there's good people, and there's friends, associates, and enemies in every group. Put it that way. Because it is what it is. And I'm only eating this because otherwise we'll just throw it away. It was just rice. Put some sweet chili sauce with it. So I'm still trying to change that circadian rhythm back. So I get distracted and I try and then I do my study, my 2 hours worth of study of what I want to study. Well, cybersecurity and that. But I got it back from waking up at 3 p.m. to waking up at midday, and I'm trying to get it. So I'm not going to do any study tonight because I'm just going to relax and chill and get it so that I'm back to waking up at 8 a.m. Even earlier, but that's the goal. So this recording is about what was my plan for the music. Well, I've always believed in putting your best foot. I'm always gonna make music because I enjoy it. But I always start off with big lofty plans. But you know what? Every now and then the big lofty plans happen. People have these big lofty plans. There's a saying in my Maori culture. Basically, strive for the stars, but it says strive for the highest mountain, and if you are unable to scale it, or if you fail to scale it, go up to top. Let that failure be to the very highest mountain. You'll say you're aiming too high. Ooh. I have my goals which are like astronomical, but then I have my goals that I know that I'm going to achieve, but it's going to take me putting 100% effort in, and I have to be at my tip-top discipline in order to get there. Then I have my daily goals. So, my plan was first 4 years, put 2 albums out on TikTok each year. And for the first 2 years, it was going to be stuff that I made a mistake. I wrote the songs, and then a year later, I uploaded them. Well, at the time, I was trying to show you what it's like with autism, but at the same time, by the time I was uploading it, I actually was enjoying the singing and that, but at the same time, I wasn't singing as in like I'm going through something right now, or I've just come to the realization, or I've come to the acceptance and finally worked through something that took years. In the next 2 years, because that was 2023, Pathway to Freedom Part 1, and the Pathway to Healing Part 1, and the Pathway to Healing Part 2. In 2004, I put out the Pathway to Freedom Part 1 and the Pathway to Freedom Part 2. So, I'm nearing on about 4 months since I uploaded anything about my songs. But here's the thing. It hasn't got anywhere near the traction I thought it would. But the positive thing is I enjoy the music. I listen to it and I say, how come people can't? How come this hasn't got thousands, hundreds of thousands of views? That's honestly what I think. But then I also think like, hey, I thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoy making the music. I'm having a good time. So it's not a waste of time. And when you put it up on TikTok, you might get hundreds of views. Or I tried something, when I played it on the TV rather than trying to upload it or play it in the background on the phone and other things, because I wanted to do other things to make it look flash. I just decided to record it, hold the phone up while it's going, and it got 1,000 views because people say, ooh, cheating. No, it's not cheating. Because when you pay the $6 for promotion, it's guaranteed that 1,000 people will see it. But the thing is, I don't put any more on, and if I get 2,500, that just means that more and more people watched it. More and more people watched it because they saw that 1,000 people had seen it, so they clicked on, or they saw that the name of the title and they found it intriguing and they clicked on. I mean, I spend about $20 a week on promotion. I pick 3 that I'm going to promote, and I promote them. And you know how I went through a phase of what do you call it? Overcompensating for things that I had missed out on in my. Well, I used to go clubbing, but I used to be a sober driver because I didn't have any money to buy any alcohol. And on the odd occasion that I did drink, it would be either something someone else got me, or maybe they gave me $20 for petrol money, and then I spent that $20 on some alcohol, like some beers or some ready-to-drink mixes, and then a week later or a couple of weeks later, when we caught up, I took those drinks to their house and had something to drink with them. But they never came to my place. But yeah, the plan was those 4, and then I was going to release The Pathway to Success this year and Adolescent Diaries Part 1. And then I was going to, meaning that, I get like 20 of the songs that I wrote. I kept 60 and I got rid of the rest because the rest was just like, whatever. I kept 60 songs I wrote from when I was in my teens up to my I was in mid-20s, right? And I was going to like add a 3rd verse onto it, which being the lessons that I've learned since then and what I have to say to myself then and anyone else going through these things. And then Adolescent Diaries Volume 2 would come out in 2026 alongside The Pathway. No, not The Pathway, sorry, Completion. The pathway will be ending at the pathway to success, and then completion will be 2026 with Adolescent Diaries Volume 2. And then the plan was, by then I was going to be touring around New Zealand and doing these shows, and the only money I'll be making is the money they get from the shows and any merchandise to sell. And then after that, I was going to get a record deal, because people would have caught on to it by then. They get a record deal, and then after that, I'd leave all the stuff up on here, and then it would start blowing up. Like, some more people will start looking at it because the record label is now promoting me. And then for the next 4 years with the record deal, I was going to be, and I don't mind, I'm doing all the cover songs because I enjoy it. Why not put it out there, spend $20 on this rather than $100 on a weekend out or whatever, It's $80 cheaper, and it actually is, a lot more healthier. And, if you guys want me in a band, that's also another reason why I do the cover songs, just to be a part of the cover band. And when I'm a part of a band, it's a part of a team, you know what I mean? It's me as well as everyone else has a choice. So, yeah,